right here. We are talking about stop consuming and start taking action. Okay. Here's, y'all, if you're one, okay, first of all, who am I? I think that's important. I'm a little bit out of practice. That's what I am. My name is Michelle Lynn. I am the owner of ML Interiors Group, which is an interior design studio in Dallas, Texas. I'm sitting here in the studio. Juliana's over here. Debbie and Zoe are out giving a design presentation. So I tend to practice what I preach as much as possible, but because we've set up ML Interiors Group to the extent that it can run based on the processes and the procedures that we have implemented, it gives me the opportunity to come out here with y'all and hang out in more of a coaching mentorship type of capacity. So for those of you who don't know, I do have a program. It's called the Interior Design Business Bakery, and it takes designers from basically 5-figure revenue up into the multiple 6 figures within a year. That's with profit and passion. So that's where my heart is right now, is with the younger designers, younger in business. It doesn't matter if you're 80, as long as you're, kind of younger in business. And so that's what we do. So let's talk today about, and I'd love to see where you guys are from, actually. So I've got 10 people on Zoom. I don't know how many people we have over on Facebook because we're live over there, but drop a note in the chat and let me know where you're watching us from. Like what city are you in? I always love just learning how closely tied we actually are. So drop it in there. I got Phoenix, Leslie, thank you very much. Phoenix, Arizona, Dallas. Hello, Mark, it's good to see you. Maryland, I was just out in New York, Staten Island, Orange County. Oh, hello, Amy, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Fantastic. Chicagoland area, rock on, rock on. What's also been really neat is as we start opening up these conversations and learning where people are from, the relationships that develop. Somebody's like, oh, I'm also over here and I'm also over there. And so we've seen a lot of friendships develop through this group. So it's just, I guess, a side benefit because y'all, there's plenty of ugly houses for all of us, right? There's a lot of ugly houses. So let's talk about this. Stop consuming. I've got some notes here, and taking action, because what I see when I am introducing, oh, we've got Florida, Chicago, and Vancouver on the Facebook. Yay. Hi, Facebook. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. What I see oftentimes is that there's so many designers that get stuck in analysis paralysis. Okay. And it's not just with I'm not talking about the design selections. Hey, Seattle's in the house. It's not just the design selections, because oftentimes we can get paralyzed thinking, because there's so many choices, right? Like, is this going to be the perfect fabric? Is this going to be the perfect lighting selection? And sometimes it's just like, you know what? You have to back into the budget and the timeline and the client's style. So it's almost easier to make some of those paralyzing decisions than it is with your business. So let's talk about your business. I think as you are in business, there's sometimes that you just have to get it done before it's perfect. So oftentimes we are just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, looking for ideas and inspiration, when really you just need to pull the trigger and get it done and make a step forward. So if you're starting a business today, y'all just get yourself a freaking website. It does not have to be perfect. Okay. Get yourself on social media. It does not have to be perfect. Stop scrolling and looking at people who've been in business for 10 or 15 years and comparing your 10 or 15 day old business with theirs. Okay, so you have to take action, whether it needs to be massive and imperfect action. If you wait for something to be perfect, it's never going to happen. Okay, is it ever the perfect time to have a baby? Is it ever the perfect time to well, there's always a perfect time for vacation, but still finding some time to just get it done, because you will find the time to go back and edit it. Okay. And if you are brand new to your business, or if you are still within the 1 to 2 years, most likely you don't have a huge following anyway. So this is the best time to make mistakes. Just, I mean, like, seriously, if you guys went back and looked at my first blogs, oh, they were so bad, like so bad. I was just grateful that it was probably only my mom reading it. Okay. So start your blog, get that going, because that's going to help your website search engine optimization. If you sit there and you're like, oh, this blog isn't that good, who is reading it? Nobody. It's not going to be that good. It's not going to be that good until you practice it. So I have and in fact, if you guys are here, just so I know who I'm talking to, would you drop in the comments, the chat also, how long you've been in business, just so I have an idea, please. That would be helpful. So imagine this. I have she's now 5 years old, okay, which is crazy to me that she's going to be in kindergarten this year, but we treat ourselves so much more harshly than we're just so hard on ourselves. So what I mean by that is Genevieve, my daughter, when she first started walking, okay, she's crawling, right? When she first started walking, she'd stand up. She wasn't very solid on her feet. Like, we've got Amy, who's 6 months, Mark, 40 years in commercial interiors. You've got that handled. We've got Elizabeth, 1.7 years. Hey, Ginger, good to see you. She's been around for a little while, and we've got 3 years. So in this respect, like, Genevieve was walking, for those of you who have not been in business all that long, you're going to be unsteady on your feet with a lot of things in your business. For individuals like Ginger, who's been in business for 27 years, Mark, who's been in business for 40 years, anytime they try something new, they're going to be unsteady on their feet. But when Genevieve fell, like, she got up from crawling and she was walking, I didn't tell her she was a dumbass. I didn't tell her not to try because she's going to fall. Why are we so hard on ourselves not trying something because we're afraid of falling? So be gentle on yourselves, whether you're trying something new or you're brand new in business. So Leslie's been doing this full time for 8 months. It's been her side hustle for 14 years. Rock on. And Marilyn, you've been around since for 17 years. Isn't it true that when you try something new, it's scary? So as you guys are going through, and this is what I see as well, is that a lot of times that fear comes up. You're either running from fear or towards pleasure. Okay, there's two types of people. You're either running towards pleasure or you're running from fear. Acknowledge which one of those you are, and recognize that and overcome anything that's holding you back as you acknowledge that. It doesn't mean that you have to take massive action, but you should take imperfect action. Just get that shit done. You can come back and fix it later. Okay. You're going to be obviously aware of, you don't want to put yourself into bankruptcy because Michelle said, get that shit done. So I'm going to go spend a bucket of money over here. So Marilyn is running from fear. Good, honey. I'm so glad that you can acknowledge that. That is the very first step. Get out there, put yourself out there. One of the things that I will highly encourage you guys to do, especially when it comes to social media, is just be yourself. Like, y'all, for those of you who have known or followed me for a while, quirky, I love Jesus, but I swear a little bit. Like, just be yourself, because that's who you attract. You guys have become my tribe because you're okay with my weirdness. Okay. And you're okay if I say shit, hell, or damn every once in a while. You're okay if I love Jesus, even if you don't. Okay. Be yourself. Be yourself. So get out there and have some fun. And so in that regard, when you are getting into something new and you are overanalyzing it, stop yourself from doing that. Step back and figure out what you need. Yes, Eileen, there you go. Loves Jesus and swears a little bit too. It's just, but that's why you guys are here with me, right? So the people that you're going to attract, Marilyn, from your social media are going to be the people who love you. They're going to be okay with you. So just go be yourself, because you are perfect the way you are. And that's the same thing. So like, if you guys are thinking about hiring a business coach, okay, who are you attracted to? Okay, you're attracted here to me, but am I what you need? So for those of you who've been in business for 27 years, I'm probably not. Okay, there's going to be some other resources that might have a different level, or maybe you've been in business, and Ginger, I'm not calling you out, but maybe you've been in business for a while, but you're still not making money. Okay, or you're still, chasing your tail. So then if that's the case, then maybe I am. But you need to analyze what you need, and then don't overanalyze. Pull the trigger, get yourself a coach, and increase your productivity, increase your financial gains, increase the time you have to spend with your family. So analysis paralysis. Same thing when you're sourcing. Okay, when you're sourcing for a project, perfection is perception. And I've seen this happen before with my team, is that like one of my former designers used to get so hung up on looking for the exact perfect insert anything here, like there's a blank, insert anything here, that she would spend hours and hours and hours, and like, this is profit, you're just pooping away profitability. And then that one thing that she kept searching for is the one thing in the room the client would change. So just pull it all together, and whatever you pull together is going to be damn fine, much better than what they could have done on their own. Okay, so just stop that lack of productivity. And yes, Marilyn, you are absolutely welcome. Get your ass on social media. Put your face out there too. I've made plenty of mistakes in my business, like plenty. I could probably start a coaching program on what not to do. Okay, so just know that that's part of being human. That's part of being an entrepreneur. That's part of being business. So I'm going to challenge each of you guys. Today's Wednesday. Do something that scares the hell out of you between now and Friday. Okay, whether it's going live on Facebook, whether it's putting a selfie, putting your face, talking on a story, or just putting up and pre-planning 3 different posts. Okay, or if it is hiring a business coach, or if it is following up with a client that might feel like a little more sophisticated than what you're used to. There's all these things that you guys can do to take yourself out of that comfort zone. You have to learn how to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Does that make sense? You have to learn how to get comfortable being uncomfortable. So find a way to challenge yourself. And I would love it if you guys would head on over to Facebook in the Launchpad. Okay, so for those of you who are on Zoom, obviously you found us probably through the Launchpad, okay, the Interior Designers Business Launchpad on the Facebook. For those of you who are on Facebook right now watching this, when you take this action, tag me, okay? Tag me and let me know what you did. Let me help support you. Let me help cheer you on. Thank you, Hallie. This is me to everyone. It's actually Hallie. She's pretty sneaky that way. Makes me look really efficient, but that's not me. But there's the link if you're not in the Launchpad, or if you just want to open it up from here. But do something that scares you. I am going to give you a gratuitous plug for, let's see what day. Hallie, when are we starting the cancel? We have the 21st. 21st. Thanks, honey. If you guys have been here for a while, you've probably seen our workshop. It's called Rolling in the Dough. Okay, it's a 5-day free workshop. And I'll tell you a secret, there's 4 bonus days. Okay. It's how to qualify, quote, and close high-end clients while you are baking your profits into your project. Okay. We have a badass workbook. We have some great guest speakers. And I walk you through the process that we follow here at ML Interiors Group. So Hallie just dropped the workshop into the chat here. And then Hallie, do we have the phone number to text updates? And
I can pull it. Just give me 2 seconds.
Perfect. And then also, if you guys want, I have started a text like inspiration type of thing. I text you twice a week, 3 times a week. Sometimes we've got business tips. we've got inspiration, we've got, hey, this is what's going on, come and join us. So just things along that line. Hallie's going to grab the phone number. I haven't memorized it. I know it's still relatively new, but if you text updates to 855-784-8299, it's just a way you get little nuggets. I mean, this is what a 15-minute quick drop in the bucket, but there's going to be just little nuggets there as well. And I love to keep in touch with you guys. It's fun. So come join us at the workshop. Sign up for text updates, business. Hallie, we should probably change that to something like, hey, text, hey. But anyway, done is better than perfect. So we're probably going to keep it as updates, right? Don't overanalyze. Go out there, do something that scares you, do something new, and have a great week. And I hope to see you a week from today and then again on the 21st. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you. See you soon.